Hey, what's up, guys? This is going to be your guide to Heroic Conclave of the Wind. I think that's what it's called. Basically, we did a lot of optimizations over the course of this fight. I wanted to share with you guys what those are to help you get your kill because it can be kind of confusing. There's a lot of little things that we had to do to make this work, and basically, we were able to pull it together in a manner where I feel like it's pretty consistent. This is our second time getting it down, so I think that we're doing pretty great with it. So. I'm going to pause this just to show you the platforms. We'll go over each platform one by one. They're all pretty simple. So basically, this is the ant troll. This is the first platform we're on. He has a heal, and then he has a ad spawn. The ads do AoE around themselves, so you just need to be careful for that. This is an Azir. He puts a stacking debuff on everybody on his platform, and so you just need to have a tank and a healer there. That's all we have. Just one tank, one healer. Specifically, we have a prop paladin. We'll explain why that's important later. And then for our last platform, we have a hunter and a warrior along with our disc priest. You don't need a tank here because this guy doesn't auto attack. Instead, what he does is he spins around and does a frontal. This frontal will knock you off the platform, so you just need to be careful. Don't get hit by it, otherwise you will die. And probably wipe the group. Aside from that, he is going to have a shield that you need to burst through. So I will showcase all of those things later. I unfortunately am never on this platform, so you won't get my perspective there, but hopefully I can give you enough of a description so you can be prepared for it. So there's also tornadoes that go on that platform. Just don't get hit by shit, basically, is kind of the name of the game. So starting off with this guy right here, we're going to do our pull. We have our group split up over here. We have a Shadow Priest, a Fire Mage, an Elemental Shaman, as well as a Blood DK and a Holy Paladin. So we have a lot of bodies over here, mostly ranged. And the reason for that is because these ads that spawn, they do a stacking debuff around them whenever they spawn. So it really trucks. You kind of don't want people in range, and you want to cleave them down as fast as possible. There's another thing to keep in mind. So this is a small optimization that we made that I mentioned, where Soothing Breeze, you notice how this circle that he casted, it will heal anybody inside of it. So what our tank does is he moves away as he's casting it, so that way he has to run out of it immediately afterwards, kind of saving us a little bit of damage, which is going to be very important later, as you will see. So pulls him out so he stops getting healed as much. And then you're going to notice right here. So this is the first big mechanic. This is going to wipe you so many times. It is Storm Shield. I want you to keep an eye on Burnt Lasagna's health, Heka's health, and Viesel's health right here, okay? This is the shield that we talked about on Rohash's platform. Boom, boom. Notice how they nearly died right there. If they got another tick there, they would have died. But they were able to burst down the shield fast enough to make it so they actually could survive, right? This is why you need some pumpers over there. So these guys are our top 2 DPS right now, as you can see. If we had anything less than that, they probably aren't going to make that damage check. So very important that you have some strong people over there. If you can't do it with 2, you're going to have to do it with 3. This side is doable with 2 DPS, so it's not the end of the world. It's just easier with 3. Okay, so next, after that Storm Shield, it will always happen in this order, where you're going to get ads. You're going to notice these ads will come out right here. There's going to be around 5 of them. You want to start cranking these guys immediately. You notice I even saved my cooldowns for them because we don't want them to do what they're about to do, right? So they're going to cast these spores, and if to anybody who's near them, and watch Extra Small's health right here, okay? Once again, before we were watching Burnt Lasagnas, now we're watching Extra Small. He gets 1 stack of that debuff. He gets 2 stacks. He gets 3 stacks. He gets 4 stacks, and now instantly drops, right? He's going to Death Strike, goes up to full, and I think he drops again. Yeah, he starts dropping again, dude. That thing trucks. If you get any more than 5 stacks, it is going to be a bad day. Okay, so you definitely need to pop defensives for that as a tank. Kite, do whatever you can. There is a little trick that we learned. We didn't do it in this fight, but I will tell you it so you can try to apply it if you're having trouble. So these dudes, they use their spores around 4 or 5 seconds after they spawn. So you're going to see, again, right about now is when they're going to use them. If you can stun them before they do this, sometimes they don't cast it, it felt like, anyway. So try to stun them, try to kite them. Also, you notice how he's casting Soothing Breeze right now. That's why he's running. He's running to get away from the spores, but he's also running to keep them out of this heal. Because if they stay in the heal too long, then you're not gonna be able to kill them, obviously, right? So those are all the optimizations that we made on this platform. Immediately after these ads go away, there's not really a threat anymore on this platform. So you'll notice our Holy Paladin is actually going to peace out. He's just leaving. He's going to go help the other platform. The reason for that is because our Druid wants to leave right now. Our Druid's at 6 stacks. They can't clear them. So they're going to come back over here as soon as they are ready. So We did damage a little bit longer up until 80 energy, and then we leave, and there's the druid going back to get off the platform. So the reason we do this swap in this way is because we have our prop pally on this platform with Nazir. Now remember those stacks that we talked about? The druid can't clear them, which is why they leave. The prop paladin can bubble them off though, which is why we have our prop paladin here. It's very important, right? So the prop paladin is going to bubble off these stacks right as we arrive, and then basically we're going to go into this transition phase where everybody needs to be on this platform except for our healer on the Rohaj platform, and then we have our tank and our healer on the other platform. Everybody else is here. We have our Holy Pally to keep everyone alive. We're going to pop Aura Mastery probably. I think sometimes we just didn't because it didn't feel that overwhelming. But when you have everybody here, it's going to split the damage among all of you. So you want everybody here, okay? So you're going to pump as much damage into him as you can right now. Some people might say to Lust here, don't. It's not worth it. You don't have enough uptime. You're going to waste half the time on the Lust. So instead, what we're going to do, you're going to pump him up until around 18 energy, 20 energy, and you guys need to spread out because you're about to get another ice patch, okay? I forgot to mention, by the way, when you're landing, you also get an ice patch. Notice how we have an ice patch in like 3 seconds. This can mess you up. So you need the boss, first of all. Right here optimally is like pretty decent for the ranged because you can just get on him right away, but don't face him here because otherwise he has a frontal that he'll mess you up. And then right when you land, you need to spread because this ice patch is going to come out and it'll mess you up. Okay, so I think we get lucky and it goes on the tank. Yeah, it goes on the tank, so we got a little lucky there, but for the most part you're going to want to spread when you land. And then right here again, right as it ends, we're going to get an ice patch, so we need to spread, right? So at 20 energy, we're all going to spread. Ice patch comes out, and notice how important this is again. If everybody's standing right here, we would have just gotten nuked. Half of us lose half our HP, right? After this is done, everyone's going to go back, except here's another optimization we made. Chalubi's going to stay. This is our fire mage. We did this previously with a rogue last week, and he just cloaked off his stacks eventually. We did it with our mage this week because he had ice block. I don't actually know if it clears the stacks, but we wanted somebody to stay because our damage got a little wonky. We kept ending up in a situation where we weren't able to kill Nazir in time. So this works out now where we have 2 DPS on the original platform. So 2 DPS on Rohaj, that's these guys that we talked about earlier. Remember our pumpers. And then we have 2 DPS here. That's going to be me and our Shadow Priest, right? And then we have 1 DPS on Nazir right now. Okay, so that's how we're doing it. Basically, we're going to get the other Storm Shield right here. So I'm going to fast forward around 10 seconds here. Storm Shield comes out. Watch these guys get trucked again. It's going to happen eventually. I think he's doing a cast or something, dude. Yeah, I think that was it right there. Yeah, that must have been it. So they ended up killing it, and then we're going to get the ads again. So watch again. Here come our ads. Again, he's going to cast Soothing Breeze here in a second, so the tank's going to move them. I think I get dangerously close to these guys actually right now too. So I'm going to start moving right there, crank them down. And our goal right now, same thing as before, except we are trying to kill this boss right here. We need to kill this boss before we go into the next transition. Otherwise, we're probably just not going to have enough damage to do it, right? So we want to kill this boss, and then optimally we kill Rohaj too. But the way that our damage was split, it seemed like it just didn't happen. And then immediately when we kill these guys, we are going to group up and we are going to lust on Nazir to kill him. You have 1 minute to kill the bosses after this, right? So we got Anshul just low enough for our blood DK to finish him off right here. This is just how it worked out. It's not how it optimally will work out every time, but it's how it worked out for us, right? So our blood DK is going to finish off Anshul after we left. And then our Disc Priest is actually going to finish off Rohaj after we leave. I wouldn't bank on this. Normally, obviously, finish him if you can. But this is how it worked out for us, and it's actually kind of convenient. So now we get here, we pop Lust, and everybody needs to just nuke Nazir right here, okay? Do everything you can to kill him. So we're going to just pump damage into him, and we are able to get him down after here. So that's how you do it. Again, lots of little optimizations. I'll go over all of them again. So basically, our Holy Pally leaves early. We had our mage stay on Nazir after the first transition. We move him out of the circles before the circles even spawn, just because we don't want him to get healed too much. On Rohaj, people bank their damage so that they can get through that shield, just to make sure that it's okay. And then we have our prop pally bubble off stacks over here. So just that way he doesn't have to swap with the blood DK and make it complicated, okay? I can't remember if I mentioned, but you can do a normal swap You just go at 80 and you both go. It's just gonna suck because this boss is gonna be standing over here and then he's going to use his frontal on everybody coming in. It's just gonna suck. So you just have to plan for that. You can do things to get around it. You can make somebody come over earlier, like off shield wall or something. But you kind of do need the damage, so you can't afford to have a third tank of this fight. So hopefully this is helpful, guys. I know there's a lot going on here. I hope I explained it well. If I did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing more guides like this for the heroics that we've downed. I'm not a pro by any means, but I feel like our guild has been making a lot of progress recently. I kind of wanted to share it because I know most of the guides are like 15 years old at this point. So yeah, I also, as you can tell, I stream this on Twitch. So if you guys wanted to watch, definitely check that out. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Time of having people move over, we lose DPS.
I don't know if you can keep the ball. I mean, like, the Frost guy, if you can, keep it closer to the range platform over here on Antshell, where we're coming from.
You're gonna land in a frost puddle potentially.
That's the risk.
Yeah.
They spawn under where the players are standing.
I can start moving them more towards that way.
Yeah, just so we can get
Yeah,
on him right away.
We can be smarter with our position for sure.
Yeah.
Breeze?
Okay, that was the biggest fucking actually.
Storm?
Watch wind blast.
We're gonna have ads soon.
Whoa.
Ads, crank them.
Keep bumping him.
Going.
We're at 70 right now. Get ready to jump. Okay, everyone go. Perfect positioning. Everyone bring it in when you can.
Watch frontal here. Sorry, I had to turn.
That's fine. And pump.
Zach, on triangle, you're briefing.
Full TG.
Yep.
Ready?
Spread. Safe.
No.
And
No.
back to your platforms. Shulubi stays.
I'll let you know when. You can go now.
You can get Storm Shield in 10. Ish. Try to save any cooldowns if you can't, Sandy, for the ads.
Okay.
They'll be coming out relatively soon.
Do I stay here?
Yeah, keep bumping
Yes.
this one.
Watch yourself. Stop.
Iron's at 8. Iron's at 10.
That was every one of my defensives all at the same time. Real life. And you lived it. Watch
Okay.
wind blast.
Now pump. We gotta kill this boss. Get ready to transition. 73. 76. Everyone's gotta go. We gotta go.
Go. Put on dots
Still
before you leave,
he's
Heka.
still here.
Yeah.
I'll stay here. I'll stay here and beat his ass.
Okay.
Still healing. Okay, I pushed him.
We're gonna lust it.
Yeah, I should be able to push too, but
Everyone stack. Everyone stack.
I can't launch it.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Just stay there. Jump when you can. I will need the largest heals. Coming for this first breath. I have nothing.
Spread. 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 Stay on the boss. Stay on the boss. We need to kill him.
I'll be able to kill this guy.
Taking over.
Oh, thank goodness.
I killed him.
Nice.
I dumped some kill shots into that bitch before I left.
I'm coming, guys.
Pop him when you get here. Actually, maybe crank.
I'm coming to.
Nice.
Not crank.
No.
Easy. Oh my god.
Agility
God.
ring. Let's
Fuck,
go.
fuck.